Chick-fil-A changing chicken after backtracking from no antibiotics pledge. Blames projected supply shortages. Yo, what are you guys doing? Can you release the chickens so Chick-fil-A can get some chickens, man? Now they're just backtracking and they're saying, you know what? Yeah, we'll jab the chicken, make it big fat ass, look like a turkey. It's just ridiculous. Do you see this? Did you see the size of the chicken, man? Once my mom got this chicken, the farm chicken or whatever, like this big. I'm like, hold on, mom, is it a chicken or is it like an ostrich? Like an ostrich. Imagine if that's a chicken, what happens to a turkey? Bruh, I don't want to even get there. But cutting to chase, I want to give you a quick history. I was in downtown. I went to VCU, Richmond. Over 10 years, I lived on fast food. Massive amount of fast food. I kid you not. I'm not too sure if I should regret. I mentioned in my several videos about my past to DUI and all that stuff. I was drinking every day. I was partying. And this was one of the thing. And to back it up, I have a lot of footages, short clips and stuff, which I'll show in the future when I know that someone can benefit and learn from it. What I learned from my history, my past, by eating some food and etc. So again, I don't want to go on a total tangent. I often do that, ADHD, but kind of the chase. Lived on all kinds of fast food. Popeyes was one of my favorite chickens when it comes to, KFC wasn't around much. Taco Bell, sure. Chipotle, a lot. I'm not too sure if I should put it to fast food. Yeah, it's fast food. Captain D. I used to live close to Rite Aid, which again I filed for bankruptcy. I'm like, hold on, and because of the controversy stuff, the pills, what is going on? A lot of the companies went down. Popeyes, I was eating Domino's every day. They introduced the Nugget, the chicken. Out of all, Chick-fil-A was my favorite one. Yeah. And I kid you not, last time I actually had some fast food was 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I kid you not, it's real. And that's when I had some Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So once a while, I took a break. That's my cheat meal. The Chick-fil-A was my thing. And all I had was that one chicken sandwich with that waffle fries. Who doesn't like that waffle fries? And Chick-fil-A was different, believe it or not. Even people who are supposed to eat halal, they're like, man, Chick-fil-A, maybe I'll just give it a shot, once in a while. And halal, I want to mention about halal real quick in a bit, all right? Let me just get over this. Can't believe I'm actually reading from Microsoft. Man, Bill Gates is locking up everyone. Look at the farmers going bankrupt. If Bill Gates keep doing this, I mean, imagine you'll have an ostrich literally in your backyard, chopping for the entire year and eating up. I mean, this is ridiculous. Chick-fil-A has announced it is changing the chicken it serves at all of its restaurants this spring. The plan is to switch up the requirements for the kind of chicken purchased from the current no antibiotics ever, NAE, to no antibiotics important to human medicine. NAE means no antibiotics of any kind were used in raising the animal. NAIHM restricts the use of those antibiotics that are important to human medicine and commonly used to treat people, and allows use of animal antibiotics only if animal of those around it were to become sick. Man, this is itself is making me sick. Like, it sounds sick. Whatever, this antibiotic and biotics and, especially when it comes to animals. Injecting them and making them big. And ladies and gents, this is what's happening. Tyson, halal, and why it matters. I'll tell you this, okay? Don't get religious. It doesn't matter. I just give you my history. Eating so much of junk, also with 2 DUIs and a lot of histories, I gained a lot of weight. My health was in total mess. I was making a lot of money, but I was spending like anything. I was traveling. I was doing a lot of stuff. Almost a decade, over a decade. 11 years in downtown Richmond. And good days, real good days, all right? I mean, of course, there were some bad days, but those were experiences. I learned, and that's why hence I can talk about it. So Tyson, and I don't buy from Tyson, right? And matter of fact, believe it or not, Tyson in other countries, I believe in Middle East, yeah, I remember Oman has Tyson chicken, but those were halal chicken. If you go to Middle East, McDonald's over there is not the same as this one, right? I mean, in Singapore, of course, this has a franchise, but in Middle East, you have to follow this halal like routine. I mean, there's a thingy when it comes to food. So the chicken is obviously done in a certain way. And if you're putting all the weird stuff in the chicken, it's not halal anymore. I believe so. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a scholar, or yeah, I do my best to follow as much as possible. But here's the thing, okay? So Tyson, they're so-called, I believe, if I'm not wrong, they provide chicken to pretty much most fast food chains and restaurants, including Chick-fil-A. I mean, surprised. And I mean, not surprised, I would say. Chick-fil-A. I was like, why is it so different then? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, Chick-fil-A is actually tasty. Yeah, they do put some weird stuff. I'm not a fan of fast food at all. I quit. I just don't eat out. And I have a very crazy story. If I told you, like, that's just not the only thing. I didn't even go to Walmart or any physical location like grocery last year. Yeah, and I kid you not. How do you get food? I barely eat and I get delivery, which is another story. And my food and everything is like very separated, sectioned. So 1 meal, 2 meal, and very simple stuff, because I'm just focused on, and it's not like I'm forcing myself. It just, I really want to do that. It has a lot of things connected. If I eat a lot, I won't be able to do what I need to do. And again, that causes stress. So it's like a whole, everything goes together. If I eat less, I get more time to work. Also, my body gets trained to that extent. So when I was doing so much, I was indulging, I was drinking every single day, tons of IPAs and liquor and so much of fast food, all kind of meals, right? I saw myself and I was working out, didn't make a difference, but I literally seen myself. So versus then, feeling then versus now, I'm like, whoa, huge difference, huge difference. And I talk about feeling great, right? Then looking and focusing on, oh, okay, let's polish this and that. Sure, not gonna argue on that, but I'm feeling emotionally as well as mentally, that's so much more important. I mean, if you can focus on that first, which I have challenges, of course, I work on it, self-development, but if you can focus on that, then you can focus on pretty much the rest. Like the body, human body can do a lot of stuff, wonders, right? I mean, I can show you stuff that I thought I couldn't. Climbing ropes, doing great stuff, sure. I'm 36, I'll be 37. I don't know how long I can go, because as you grow, body ages. But yes, you can do certain things to keep yourself, right? And I'm not a health expert and all. Everything I say is based on my experience, 100%. I've done certain things, and I'll discuss all those down the road. Like how juicing wrong can be detrimental versus doing it right. And of course, carb is the worst thing. Yeah, there you go. Carb. If you can cut down carbs, you'll see huge differences. Soda. Everyone's worried about soda price going up. And let me tell you another interesting part. I did some crazy stuff, but I also did some extraordinary. I just told you the crazy side on the other side. I barely have sugar. I have sugar, but I don't drink soda. So even if I was drinking, a lot of people will mix Red Bull and this and that and makes it like next level. I was just a straight shooter and stuff. Just try to keep it real. Yeah, and I'm against all those things in a way because it's against my principles and my work ethics right now. So if I was doing those, I can't really do my work. I can focus, which is more satisfying to me right now. And I'd rather do this than that. A lot of people get carried away in those paths. Some choose, some people just get carried away. So those people who get carried away, they have a willpower or actually want to have a willpower, can work on it, literally. Human brains are pretty powerful, man. I've seen quite a crazy stuff. And hence, I differ from a lot of points of views as people. When send you to, if you go to jail, when they put you in isolation, it's like you literally are in a cubicle and you have no other choice than to sit there for whatever days. You can cry, beat around, doesn't matter. You still have to be there. So now you can just close your eyes and actually focus, just like wearing a virtual reality set, and be like, oh, but once they give you a virtual reality, everything changes, you're happy. But if nothing is there, they strip you off with phone and everything. Oh my God, man, 24 hours feels like what? Dinosaur decades, right? Perception. But that's the thing. So that's perception and patience. So over time, I guess that's what happens. Anyway, I know I got a little carried away. When I know certain things, it just when I can relate, I can just talk about it. That's about it, right? So now coming back to this, Chick-fil-A was my so-called cheat meal. And when I was eating this Chick-fil-A, I would just waffles and the straight up chicken, the sandwich. That's it. No fancy. People would go for extra cheese, extra Diet Coke, extra this. I don't do any of those things. Just straight up go there, pick up, eat. That's satisfying. Same thing with Wendy's. Another one. McDonald's versus Wendy's. I was a Wendy's person. I was to go to Wendy's a lot. And back then, a dollar burger menu, I was into it. Several. The cheeseburger and the chicken sandwich. Multiple. Me and my buddy, let's drive to Canada. All right, load up. I mean, yeah, I kid you not. And again, cutting to the chase. Now let me just talk about the halal part. If this is what's happening, all you can do is avoid food. And I just literally explained how body and all that kind of work, right? See, I just gave you that in the first place. Now I'll just talk about the halal thingy. So of course, coming from a Muslim background, mom is very religious. All right, I try to be. When I say religious, I just want to be dedicated to what I do, and I believe I have my own faith. I believe in my faith, and I do my best to stay strong. Most people say belief. You show your belief through your action. And again, this is not about religion channel and stuff like that. I don't want to keep it short. Halal, all right? Halal, the name sounds kind of weird, I know, but it actually means, I'm not a scholar, so please correct me, whoever understands more. There's Zabiyah halal is a way of actually sacrificing, like, cleaning up that meat, in presenting to the human, before you eat. So you, in the name of God, then you just sacrifice, and then of course you clean up. Everything has to be clean. So if it's not clean, if there's blood and all that stuff, then it's not halal. So that's why people say halal meat is actually the best meat. You see what I mean? But when halal word is attached to it, people become religious. I've seen that in one of the forum. They're like, boycott Tyson, boycott Chick-fil-A. And then, yeah, approve halal. Make everything halal. I'm like, yes, true. But then when you see halal, you're like, oh my God, no. Muslims are trying to take over this and this. I mean, come on, bruh. It's not about Muslim or any other thingy. It's about what's real, what's good for us, our body, human body. It's science. So if halal is science, it says, okay, this cleaning, it just, it's a process. You clean up the meat and all that. Even, believe it or not, my meat, now you want to ask, okay, where do you get my meat? Yeah, halal meats, obviously. My mom and dad, I'm okay. I try not to, because of course, why, if I get halal meat, why wouldn't I eat halal meat? It's the fresh meat I'm getting from the person I know who's butcher. I mean, yeah, I go to the local butcher or whatever. They just get me the stuff. Okay. And I don't eat so much. That's the point. If you have a family, I get it that it's hard when you're feeding so much family. But if you train your body and yourself, have that discipline or whatever, then I guess it becomes, your body starts eating less, focusing on less, and you try to create more or do more. It just becomes a lifestyle. Exactly the word I wanted to use. It becomes a lifestyle. If your lifestyle becomes like eating a lot, your body gets used to it, just like my lifestyle was for a decade. My lifestyle right now is totally eat less. Yeah, being poor helps, which just sucks, but that's not the only point. It's just that I need to do more, which I enjoy doing more. So I have to understand, is eating helping me? No, it's not helping me so much. It's actually slowing me down. I don't want to slow down. I want to run fast, man. Cheetah, man. So I have to figure out, I have to sacrifice. And it's not like I'm totally on it. By the way, I eat ice cream. That's my dessert every now and then. Sure. I mean, there's some cheap meals. There's nothing wrong. But that's the point of the halal thing. If you inject with all this, probiotics and all this stuff, I don't get it. Like this farm chicken, they're making it so huge. It's disgusting, right? It just doesn't look good. And I believe it or not, even my dad, maybe in my entire lifetime, if you keeping all the fast food aside, even my home, like except my two cousins, everyone's halal. Like really, nobody drinks. I'm talking about even my extended cousins and everyone except my two other cousins. Obviously they party and do something, but everybody else, literally, if I'm not wrong right now, right, nobody does that. So, and in Bangladesh, obviously it's halal. In Arab Middle East, it's halal. So it's like you can't, if you do those things, you're breaking the halal code, right? I'm not too sure about the antibiotics, but yes, it's impurity. I don't believe in that. So it has to be as organic as possible. So ladies and gents, the only way to pass this is get rid of it, boycott, stop eating, stop, and then let them know this is what it is. Maybe start up our own thing, figure out our own recipe, similar to Chick-fil-A. And yeah, if you can do that, let me know. I'll probably buy some. Yeah, man, good Chick-fil-A, man. I love the stuff, but can't eat. Make it halal. Every time Ben says, make it halal. Oh my God, no, dude, go halal. All right, go halal. or your chicken will look like an ostrich. Do you want that? Do you want the Thanksgiving to come early? No, man. No. All right, listen. I don't think I'm gonna do a follow-up on this, but next topic is gonna be a little wild as well. I'll see you. Peace.